Manhattan is one of the most densely populated places in the world. Thousands of people living on top of and beside each other every day. Not surprisingly, open space is rare, especially here on the crowded Lower East Side. But what about underneath the city? In 1903, a depot opened for streetcars taking passengers between Williamsburg and the Lower East Side. The service ended in 1948 and the terminal was abandoned, but there are still traces of the old station, like the rail tracks, ceilings and cobblestones. This is what Delancy Street subway station looks like today. It's old, it's dark and it's damp. It's almost impossible to imagine this whole space filled with light, trees and grass, but that's exactly what could happen. Introducing the Delancy Underground project. The idea is to create a 60,000 square foot public park with a walkway, benches and water features and draw in sunlight from above. Architect James Ramsey and Dan Barasch are the brains behind this daring concept, the first of its kind. Ramsey has been experimenting with this light technology for a few years.
Over here we have a system that actually collects sunlight and concentrates it down to a super concentrated bead. We then channel it through this fiber optic cable and redistribute it out of this device over here.
Still can't quite picture it? Then take a look at these pictures.
On the one hand, we have a space that was built in 1903, so it's got all the sort of historical qualities of a space that was built in the turn of the last century, and we're really kind of juxtaposing that against this almost science fiction insertion of technology and greenery.
But don't start planning your underground picnics just yet. The project needs approval from more than a dozen city and state planning authorities.
It's possible to dream bigger with some of the spaces we have, and New Yorkers need to maximize what we have. And I think that's what New Yorkers do best, is think creatively about what to do with a limited amount of space and make it really amazing.
The Metropolitan Transit Authority owns the underground space and will have the final say. But there's cautious optimism that one day people will be able to escape to this tranquil, man-made park beneath the city that never sleeps. Cath, Al Jazeera, New York.